Yeah. Hmm. Bright shadows. Interesting light tonight. Bill Crow. Patrick Shuttle is watching. Good for you. We come out to the party-like atmosphere on West End Avenue. Look at this. Pretty good. I like it. Here's my car sitting there.
It goes up really fast, but we do the lettuce all the time.
Gonna red light this side.
I think the enthusiasm for the applause may be dying down. Hello, John Weber, wherever you are. So what's new, everybody? Tony Tedesco. Hey, Christopher Lentz. Go, Jay, go. What's today? June 13th. Saturday, June 13th. Just like that. Summer officially begins in 8 days. I didn't prepare a monologue tonight, as usual. Lou Holtzman. Hey, Lou Holtzman, how are you? Vaughn's not with us tonight. Vaughn's out with his mommy, having a big social distance hang with two of her best friends, Vicky Cave, who's a singer who I'm sure some of you know, sang with Steely Dan. And Carolyn's friend John is somebody whose last name I can't think of. John. Sirico. John Sirico. Anyway. So we're out here by ourselves tonight. No skating wizard. Gina Healy. Hello, Gina Healy. We're just out front of my apartment building, awaiting the applause for the first responders, which I swore I'd sit and encourage till the cows come home. The enthusiasm for it has been falling off recently as New York opens up and as our COVID cases have gotten low, only because we've all been inside for 3 months. But I suspect things will start to pick up a little bit as we're all being, no masks out there in the middle of the street. And people are going to be starting, just tuned in. Where are you? I'm in front of my house, Tony. 88th and West M. Just waiting for the applause to begin for the first responders, all of whom deserve incredible thanks for so many of us being alive and having given so much of their own time and having given their lives to this. And now it's elsewhere in the United States. It's going on big in other places. They're having real problems in other places. And we sit in the middle of our streets, casually. This is West End Avenue, Tony. They closed West End Avenue off from at night from 86 to 97. And it's just a summer thoroughfare. People sit in the middle of the street, talk to each other, hang out, have a party. Nobody's drinking yet, but I'm just waiting. Hey, Jim McCurdy, how are you? And then that'll change. He's just weaving in and out of these parties like, man. Here's some applause. There you go, the horn of death. The horns of death, can you hear it? The horns of life, let's put it that way. They just sound like a bull coming up the street. I'm the only one on the whole block. It's gotten to just me. The lonely clapper on West End Avenue. A whistleblower. The West End, 88th Street seems to be much more lively. Let's get on 88th Street. 88th Street seems to... Hello. Pretty good. I'm getting louder and louder. At least my whistles. I've wet my whistle. Lee Charles Kelly, Tony Lombardozzi, Adam Hand. Adam Hand, how are you, Adam Hand? Darryl Pellegrini. Look at all these people. Hi, Mary Jane. Hello, Francois. How are you? Hello, sir. Hello, madam. How are you, Tomoko? Tomoko, I've got 2 new songs for us tonight that we're going to do. One we're definitely going to do. I can't wait to play it for you. I didn't write it. All right, I'm going to... I didn't write this song, of course. It was a big song, big hit when I was a teenager. And yes, I was a teenager. I remember it clearly. You know, going up the stairs and not holding on takes about twice as much strength as going up and holding on to the banister. Because all that effort to balance yourself, it's surprising how much more work it takes. Just thought I'd let you in on that. Would you take off the hat? You take off the mask. We find our regular glasses. Oh my Lord. How do I do that? We comb the hair, what little's left. Take off our shoes, wash our hands. I use the kitchen tonight because no one's here except me. Donna's asleep in the back. She's had a busy day. Oh, we've been emptying out my office of all the books. There's a great rearranging of the office occurring. This very office where I have spent 40 years collecting things and leaving them around and trying to find places for them. Now it's getting cleaned up. Took out, don't want to tell you the books I threw away today, but what are you going to do? I kept some good ones. Some of the books I should read, but I know I'm never going to read. I'm not going to read. I threw them out. Adam Hand, Charles Lee Kelly, Ken Levinsky. Hi, Ken Levinsky. Hi, Stephen. Hello, Nick. Hello, Nakum. Hello, Renee. Renee Raff is my partner in crime here in New York, and we will be playing at all the local clubs whenever they open, regardless of when that is. And of course, Ned White. Hello, Ned. Frank Ostrowski. Of course. Hello. How are you? You know who I am, of course. I am the friend of the world's greatest ventriloquist. Him. You can't see his mouth moving, can you? No, you can't. He's learned new techniques. Easy for you to say. He's learned new techniques from his viewers, so that no one knows. It's really you? No, it's not me. You? No. This. All right. Very good. I'll go away. Masterful. Where was I in the 50s? Edgar Bergen would have been nothing with me and my. I'm glad I wasn't there because he and Charlie McCarthy and Edgar Bergen and who was the other guy? Charlie McCarthy and the other guy. Okay. It's not nice to do now because it's making fun of everything. But who was Charlie McCarthy's sidekick? Edgar Bergen was the ventriloquist, and Charlie McCarthy and the who was that? I'll give you Jay's Buddy Award. Yes, Mortimer Snerd. Thank you, Mortimer Snerd. Mortimer Snerd. I see. It doesn't take long. I mean, I do the show because I'm in serious need of education, and you all are going to provide it to me. Night after night. I've gotten smarter and smarter. I've learned words. I've learned ha-ha, hee-haw, what was ha-ha last night? And now I've forgotten what it was again. But fallopian tubes, what I can't tell you about fallopian tubes shouldn't even be talked about. I walked around all day today. Walked around trying to sing Impossible to Sing and play the bass in 7/4, just to see if I could do it. I can sing it in 5. Let me tell you something as we start the show. It's a little something I thought you should know. So I will tell you, so I will tell you as we settle into, I can't that part. So I will tell you as we settled into place, it's impossible to sing and play the bass. Then I tried it in 4/7. Let me tell you something, at this time in the show, it's a little something I thought you should know. So I will tell you as we settled into place, it's impossible to sing and play the bass. Your lovely groove. Why would people do that? Let me tell you something as we start the show. It's a little something I thought you should know, so I'll tell you. As we've settled into place, it's impossible to sing and play the bass. You're a lovely group of people, you deserve the courtesy of knowing what you can expect of me. I've practiced, but it will not be a thing, because it's impossible to play the bass and sing. You see, the bass is fretless, it's not like a guitar. On bass you spend your whole life wondering where the hell you are. It's got no little markers, just a fingerboard so bare, and lots of notes which often are not there. Are not there. Mr. Big Stuff, who do you think you are, Mr. Big Stuff? Ooh, when you start singing, you've got lyrics on your mind, and the notes on bass become impossible to find. To remember lyrics, melodies, bass lines, and chords is no less a miracle than Lord's da-da-do-do-da-da-do-do. So as I make 1,000 errors, sit there and be kind. Remember this is serious, remember this is... So as I make it, sit there and remember... Do not throw tomatoes at me, keep this all in mind. Remember this is serious, remember this is art. Remember this or I will fall apart. Then I'd have to pray to God to come and intercede. And she'd only sit and laugh at my wanton greed. She made the rules for molecules, atoms, time, and space. Yes, she made the rules for molecules, atoms, time, and space. She made the rules for molecules, atom, time, and space. She made the rules for molecules, atom, time, and space. She made the rules for molecules, atom, time, and space. The rules for molecules, atoms, time, and space. She made the rules for molecules, atoms, time, and space. And she knows it's impossible. bass, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, the bass, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo, the bass. There you go. I had a request for this number, this little ditty that I wrote many years ago, and still it lives. It had to do with a party I played out on Long Island, and I played till, it went from 8 o'clock in the evening till dawn. Oh, how those people love to dance and party. That was yesteryear. Woke up one morning in a gray and cold motel room. Did not know where I was at all. If it took a while for I could remember, it was the 13th of September, and outside was the first cold day of fall. I worked late last night. The party went to 5 a.m. I must have played the same song 50 times. The people had the time of their lives. The men all danced with each other's wives. Bartenders poured their drinks and squeezed their limes. And we played society music. Whoa, society music. Play the songs the people want to hear. Old step, new step, foxtrot, two-step. All the songs of yesteryear. The party comes to order. You start off with cold porter. The people dance, they're never shy. High society dancing, it's like thoroughbred horses prancing around the ring to catch the judge's eye. The ladies in their latest fashions, the men conceal their passion. They drink and they dance the night away. The music's fast and the music's cheerful. The men and women, they whisper earfuls, but somehow I never hear a word they say. 'Cause I'm so busy with society music. Society music. Play the songs the people want to hear. Old step, new step, foxtrot, two-step. All the songs of yesteryear. The evening drags on by. You get so tired that you can cry. You cannot wait to climb down off that stand. Finally comes the dawn. The trumpet player's chops are gone. It's time to close that Steinway Grand. It's time to go home, but I'm too tired to roam. I've got to find myself a motel and go to bed. So I find myself a place, lock my car and I grab my bass and I go inside, lay down my weary head. And I dream about society music. Oh, society music. Play the songs the people want to hear. I dream about the party and the fancy trimming. I dream about all those dancing women. Oh my, all the songs of yesteryear. I dream about the rich people and their riches. I dream about all those fancy songs of yesteryear. not bad. Outstanding. Thank you. Thank you. It's always different. Yes, it is always. Diane Mitchell. Red Mitchell's wife is watching, ladies and gentlemen. That's Diane Mitchell. Right there, right in front of you. How are you, Diane? Is everything okay out there? I hope so. I hope so. We all miss Red. I still miss him. I think about him a lot. Troy Ferguson. Hey, Troy. Stephen Goldberg. Where are Jay's crew? That you are. Enrique Acosta de Lat is watching. Thanks for the entertainment. You're leaving, Tony? Tony, what do you have to go to work? Dinner? What is it? What I do wrong? Any feedback from the hospitals you entertained yesterday? Well, the hospitals didn't, but the union sent me a wonderful letter, you know, thanking me, and I got some. Well, the only people who actually wrote in, for some reason, none of the hospital people did. I guess that, you know, they're watching on. They don't have some way to do it. But the union liked it. I liked it. You liked it. What else can we do? That's it. I can't do anything more than that. That's the feedback. Bernie Feinberg. Hi, Bernie. Mortimer Snerd. Thank you. Thank you, John Weber. What a source of information. Socks. Let me see who said that. Christopher Lentz. Socks. Is that the first word, or are you just commenting on my snappy socks? They're the Wizard of Oz. No, not the Wizard of Oz. The story I always hated, Alice in Wonderland. That reminds me of Alice in Wonderland. I never liked that story. I still don't. It's too chaotic, too crazy. I mean, I had to read it with my grandson this year, with Vaughn. I don't like that story. I don't really like it. I mean, is there a moral there, or something I'm supposed to be? Excuse me, I'm trying to get some paper. Is there a moral I'm missing there? I'm sure you'll enlighten me. I'm sure you'll make me feel in 2 seconds, why did I ever say that about Alice in Wonderland? But I mean, I just don't like it. Oh, look, a little teeny list of songs. And one I haven't done in a long time that I'd really like to do. I really do. I really like this song. And I'm going to get up and do it. Your snappy socks. Right, you know, you got to be snappy. You got to show people. Thank you. No, thank you, John. I didn't like it. I didn't like it when I read it. I never have liked it, and it just keeps hanging around. What was it, guys? He wrote it in the midst of migraine headaches, probably taking cocaine to get rid of the headaches. That's what they did in those days. And this came out. Anyway, I have was there something I wanted to tell you? Oh, yeah, I was thinking, I am really going to keep doing this because I want to keep in contact with you all. I'm going to do this till I can't do it anymore. And I will be found here at 7 o'clock. So, and I'll come up with new ideas. One of my best ideas that I like is going around to various settings near Verizon towers and setting up outside. For instance, up on the Palisade Parkway, at those wonderful rest stops on the Palisade Parkway, I'm sure you all are aware of them. They're right all near that big old tower, so you can do what you want. I'm going to take a base up there one of these days and just do it. I'm going to start traveling around with the base. I can see it now, just for the hell of it. May go down to Birdland and do a live show there. No, wait a minute. Will Birdland ever be open again? I hope so. I hope so. I had a good time there, playing a lot of good music. And Tomoko and Vito, we're all looking forward to doing that again. We had a great time doing that. But if not, we will find other places. When they are open and when it's safe, we'll do it. And I'll have all these songs and this new song I'm going to do. It's a song from my youth. You ready? I can remember all the girls I used to dance with to this song. I met my thrill on Blueberry Hill. On Blueberry Hill. When I found you, the moon stood still on Blueberry Hill and lingered until my dreams came true. The wind in the willows played love's sweet melody. But all of those vows we made, oh my, were never to be. Though we're apart, you're part of me still. Is a bit for you were my thrill. On Blueberry Hill. The wind in the willows played love's sweet melody. But all of those vows we made, were never to be. Though we're apart, you're part of me still today. For you were my thrill. On Blueberry Hill. For you were my thrill. On Blueberry Hill. Now there's a song. There's a song. I don't know if you, but I danced with teenagers. I danced with, I was a teenager too, don't get me wrong. I was a teenager too. That didn't come out right. But I was like 56, 57. Oh boy. Chubby Checker and whoever this guy was. I went with Blueberry Hill. Fats Domino. I mean, I liked the music. I was a jazz musician at that point. And songs that had a decent bass line I liked. I mean, I listened to everything for the bass line. If it wasn't a good bass line, I mean, shaboom, shaboom, yada-da-da-da-da, shaboom, shaboom. Forget it. Forget it. I went, shaboom, shaboom. Life will be something, something now. But forget it. Okay. I was too tied up with, I love Dixieland jazz. And I was playing in a very good Dixieland jazz band called the Pier 5 Jazz Band in Baltimore when I was 13, 14, 15. I mean, these guys were great. I mean, and I heard recordings of it now, and it's as good as any band you ever heard at the time. And swung even more. It had a very swinging rhythm section. And that's my song. My air conditioner just turned on because the other day my phone got overheated because the microphone that I had plugged into the bottom of it uses a lot of electricity, a lot of the phone battery. So I've got an air conditioner running in the background. I hope it's not bothering you. Anyway, this song is the one I wanted to do. Lots of jazz musicians in the place. Dizzy Gillespie wanders in. Everybody knows it's him. Everybody knows his face. Dizzy says hello to everybody, and Dizzy walks right over to our table. There's lots of folks that he is glad to see. Oh, I'm glad I practiced. Dizzy says hello to everybody in the restaurant, except for me. He does not recognize me. He never does. He never has. He thinks that maybe I'm somebody's agent, or a dentist who is really into jazz. But I've worked with Diz on numerous occasions. We've played together 5 times in Carnegie Hall. But here in front of all these people, I want to impress. I'm the one who Dizzy can't recall. I know he knows a lot of people. His social life is most complex. Every year he sees a million faces. The entire world is on his Rolodex. But we all take so much pride in knowing Dizzy. Having him know you must feel so fine. How well I know the name John Burks Gillespie. If only John Burks could remember mine. Names I sometimes can't recall, and I can sense their disappointment when I don't remember them at all. They say, come on Jay, we met in San Francisco. Wah, 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 wah. How could you possibly forget? Do, 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 do. I smile at them meekly. Bum, ba, dum, dum. They get angry and upset. But I've worked with Diz on numerous occasions. We've played together on a TV show. But here in front of all these people, I want to impress. Dizzy doesn't say hello. Oh, oh, oh. I'm the one he doesn't seem to know. Oh, oh, oh. Dizzy doesn't say hello. Oh, oh, oh. Back in Italy of old, when men were brave and bold, and Columbus had just sailed across the seas. When ladies from Verona and gentlemen from Bologna used to play lutes and mandolins. But when ladies from Verona and gentlemen from Bologna put lutes and mandolins across their knees, they had lots of lutes and lyres. They didn't use amplifiers. It was a civil age. Violins and cellos were played by maids and fellows, and composers like Vivaldi were the rage. The year was 1550, and orchestras were nifty, and violinists dearly loved two bow notes. But the ladies and their fellows and their violins and cellos found they simply couldn't play the low notes. So when Gasparo de Salo did his intuition follow and set out to build giant violin, the concept was outrageous, nonetheless contagious, and so inspired. He did begin, he did begin, he did begin, he did begin, he did begin. He whittled and he glued, he boiled and he brewed, he varnished, chipped and chiseled, bent and treated. He worked with great endeavor and get discouraged never, until one day he saw the task completed. Yes, one day he was through and he brought it out to view, a violin like none had seen before. Its tone was rich and deep, down right down where the fishy sleep, and oh, the depth it added to the score. People looked at it in awe, and they wondered what they saw, and they thought poor Gasparo had lost his mind. The man could not be serious, the man must be delirious. He started to unwind. Oh, Gasparo faced the facts, no one's going to play that axe. It's too heavy, it's too big, it's too clumsy, it's too large. You're gonna need a barge to get it to the gig. And while the sound is quite profound, to lug that thing around, it's got to be a nightmare in logistics. The only willing players will be drunken dragon slayers, gladiators, flagellators, and sadistics. Then the local folks started making up bass jokes. It had to happen, don't you know? New jokes began to hatch like, hey buddy, got a match? Or you should have taken up the piccolo. But Gasparo was no faker, but a real fine violin maker. He was no fraud or public menace. So he just kept on smiling as he watched his giant violin soon become the rage of Rome and Venice. And here we are today, many centuries away, and Gasparo's bass violin has made it through. Well, you can pluck or you can bow notes, but you got to have those low notes, and thanks to Gasparo, we do. Yes, pluck both the low notes, bow notes. Thanks to Gasparo, it's all true. You can pluck or you can bow notes, but you gotta have those low notes. And thanks to Gasparo, we do. Gasparo de Salo, I thank you. Okay, that was another 3-song medley with no commercials. None. Our only commercial is all these songs are brought to you by the makers of Joy, our last album. Anybody who wants it, it can be bought at CD Baby, it can be bought at Amazon, it can be downloaded from iTunes, or I'll just sing it for you here. It contains the songs Bass Aboard a Plane, Joy, Playboy Club, Gasparo, we just did that. Mama, Don't You Think, Tulips, Life Out on the Road, Double Cross, Robert Frost, Very Few and Real. Perfect, perfect. Who could ask for anything more? Put out by the Sunnyside Communications, whose present president and founder is viewing tonight. Anyway, that's that. Buy a few thousand. Like I say, do like the guy in the Pacific Rim Coast did one night. He apparently fell drunk over his computer while ordering one of my albums, and his head slammed down the return button. He ended up buying 41 albums. I kept the money. I did not send it back to him. Beth Ertz is watching. Oh, Beth Ertz is watching. Listen, folks. Oh, Beth. Oh, damn. Your message is hidden in my. But Beth Ertz on YouTube. The Beth Ertz show at 4 p.m. tomorrow afternoon. I will appear upon it. And along with around 4:20, it's a good show. You want to meet Beth Ertz. And it's on YouTube at 4 p.m. I am going to send everyone a notice of it after my show, so Beth can see it. I mean, so everybody can see it, because my subscribers are very loyal, very loyal. By the way, any of you who aren't subscribers, now would be a good time to go into my site and just go subscribe. That's one thing I like, because then the more subscribers you get, then you can. Is that what it is? Subscribe. That's YouTube. You subscribe. Like, you subscribe on Facebook too, or whatever it is you do. Join, follow, whatever the hell it is. Love the way you sing and play. Sorry, I'm late getting here. Was humming your smile song while I mowed the lawn. Well, now that is about as nice as it gets. Baby, let me see. Oops, sorry, cut a tree down. I have a tree at my house at Hope, where you all have been. I have subscribed 41 times. I will subscribe 41 times. Thank you, John. That's the spirit. 257 likes. I hate the likes, it's like, please like me. I would need to be liked. I say, I don't need to be liked. You can do whatever you want. You can hate me. Press the hate button. I don't care. Hate. That's a good one. You have a hate button. I can't stand you. That's a very good idea. I like it. But please like this. Please like it. Well, like often implies a genuine sort of feeling a person has, and begging you to like it is really cheesy. I mean, it takes all the fun out of life. Beth Ertz, there it is. Beth Ertz and Friends on YouTube Live at 4 p.m. The first half will go to the dogs, literally. Then Jay will join me. See, read that. There it is, folks. Beth is not. She's no moss grows under her feet. She's not a sleeping willow. She's not a Blueberry Hill. I love Blueberry Hill. Did anybody else like it at all? I enjoy it. We're going to do it. Tomoko, we're going to do it in the key of C. And we're going to do it. Ba-boom, ja-boom, 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 bum, ja-boom, 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 boom, ja-boom, 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 ja-boom. I live my thrill, so forth. Be our biggest hit. That's where we're going to do it. Yes, sir. Thank you, Tomoko. Thank you. Key of C. Bridge goes to E minor. You know how it goes. I don't have to tell you that. You know how it goes perfectly. Jay Messina's watching. Oops, Jay Messina's not watching. Yes, he is. Beth Ertz. I love Blueberry Hill in any key. Good. Well, C is my key. I'm learning that after 40 years of singing my songs, they sound better a little bit lower. People have told me that, and I go, oh, you're crazy. No, when you get a singing falsetto or singing high, I don't need to sing it high anymore. So my book is going to be rewritten. A lot of songs are going to get written lower. But now I'm sure it's time to the audience, the participating friends, clubhouse members, to please be so kind as to think of 10 words that you think would make a fine song, something that would be appropriate for this evening. So I'll just sit here and wait for the songs to come up. But if you wouldn't mind, melodious. Thank you, Stephen. Melodious. 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 Ferocious, ferocious, ferocious. Ferocious. Mad Hatter. Thank you. Mad Hatter. Bubbly. Bubbly. Uh-huh. Bill's got his plans for tonight. Bubbly. B-U-B-B-L-Y. Plump. Thank God there's one word that's easy to rhyme. Password. Password. Ridiculous. Piculous. Miculous. Siculous. Ridiculous. Triculous. I'm going to have trouble with that one. Sassafras. Rowdy. R-O-W-D-Y. I think that may be it. I don't know. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's two more. Suspenders. Now I can't use it. It'll be too cheap. Right, meticulous. Meticulous. Right, I didn't think of it. I can't use it now. Melodious, ferocious, Mad Hatter, bubbly. Oh, plump. I put bubbly and plump on the same word, same line. Melodious, ferocious, plump. That's it. Meticulous. Meticulous. That may be the only word. Are you using a dictionary there, John Weber? Or are you just coming up with that in your head? Because that was my only problem with Sondheim. I mean, every time I've used a rhyming dictionary, the story doesn't go the way I want it to. Because I find a word that rhymes that takes the story off this way or that way. And sometimes in order to, you'd want to be clever, so you use it anyway. And then you've got a story that's kind of distracting and is not getting to where it needs to go. Nope, never. There was a 30 song which rhymed them. John was pissed. John's pissed that I accused him of using a rhyming dictionary. With his intelligence, he is annoyed with me. I don't blame you. I felt bad when I said it. I shouldn't have said it. I'm not ridiculous, simply meticulous. Oh, a 30 song. I should have guessed. John, I'm sorry. I apologize. I really sincerely apologize to accuse you of such a... No, Christopher, John's not. I guarantee you. One thing John never does is tell untruths, like certain people we know who never tell truths. Anyway, but you didn't join me to hear anything about that. You were ready to hear Sassafras Rowdy Suspenders. That's a great group. Rowdy Suspenders. That's another great group, Rowdy Suspenders. Whew. Boy, that's really a great group, Rowdy Suspenders. Somebody's going to steal it. Somebody's going to see it and steal it because I won't be smart enough to do it. But we started a group called Rowdy Suspenders, and everybody. No, geez, that's really good. Well, howdy, all you pretenders. It's us, the Rowdy Suspenders. I know you think that we're ridiculous. Somehow there's a word that rhymes ridiculous. I can't remember. It comes from a 30s song. It wasn't a crass word, though. It was more of a password. Rowdy Suspenders. I'm the leader of the group. I like to chatter. I'm the leader of the group. I'm like the Mad Hatter. I'm precocious and I'm ferocious. I'm melodious, somewhat odious. Rowdy Suspenders. I'm not a chump. We'll play at any dump. As long as the fee is plump. Rowdy Suspenders. It's ridiculous. What was that word? I can't remember it. Alas, some sassafras. Yeah. Serve the band. Sassafras. That's something that sassy. Boo, 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 we're odious, we're malicious, we're precocious and ferocious. We like to chatter like the Mad Hatter. And doubly, we're bubbly. No stump, plump. The crass word would be password. I think meticulous and ridiculous. That's what it was. Oh, now I remember. But sassafras. Sassy. I'm playing the bass. I can't remember. Sarabon. That's something that Sarah Fron used to drink. Sassafras. Rowdy Suspenders. Rowdy Suspenders. Total upenders. Defenders. If you have complaints, don't be senders to Rowdy Suspenders. And now, with these two notes will be enders. I'm sorry. The key was, okay, it's going to be hard to rhyme, so let's make a real story out of it. And it almost had a way of doing it. It had more story to it than most of my 10-word songs do. It actually had some Rowdy Suspenders, wearing blenders, there you go, blenders, upenders, tenders. That's an easy one. It's trying to make sense out of it. finding a rhyme and then trying to make some sense out of it, so that you don't just look like a Woods rhyming dictionary, but you're actually making sense out of it. Anyway, today is Saturday. Tomorrow I go out to Leonia, and for the first time in 3 months, I see my son and his wife, and my other grandson, Milo, will be having a socially distancing picnic on the front lawn. But that's what you have to do. That's what you got to do. I mean, you know, with family, but we live in New York. Well, they live in New Jersey, so they're not so pure themselves, you know. New Jersey is now working its way right up. Here's my fan, which I was going to use to cool down my phone until I realized how noisy it was. But the phone's doing all right because it's 70 degrees in here, and at least the other day it was like 75 or 80 or something, and the phone got too hot. But I've got my little air conditioner on, and I hope you're not hearing it too much. You Mad Hatter. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Nakum. I appreciate that. I am a Mad Hatter. But Rowdy Suspenders that's almost a good stage name. Hi, I'm Rowdy Suspenders. Except he's got to have a piece of plant, weed or straw coming out of his mouth. And tell me, the air conditioner just went on. Could you hear that? Is it annoying? I'll listen. Don't tell me. I'll listen. I'll listen to it. And I'll listen to the show. Looking good, Jay. Barry Gordon. Hey, Barry, how are you, man? Yeah. Anybody know Ross Konikoff, the trumpet player who I went to? He's. I'm sure a lot of you do. He put a picture on Facebook the other day with his hair. He looked like a madman. His hair's out. Like I look if I let mine out. He looked like Einstein or some kind of movie character. Easy band to costume, Rowdy Suspenders. Right, well, that's you, Bill. You'll be the leader of it. Paul Nowinski, you're late. Paul, you're late. We almost finished the show. It was Paul Nowinski night here on the show. We sang all of you, the songs you've written. We talked about you. You can hear the AC. You can, yeah, okay. All right, well. But it's what's good about it is it's only going on intermittently. I'm glad that wasn't a word you gave me. John Donnelly. You can hear the AC, but yeah, well. Damn right. I don't blame you, Paul. You missed Paul Nowinski night here on my show. Everybody was talking about you. Everybody loves you. Ross looked like Irwin Corey. Did you see that? You saw it? Bill, did you see that? Paul, yes, you missed it. Well, have to tune in. You have to let us know. You have to tune in at the beginning, and then we'll do Paul Nowinski night once again, if we can. But ASCAP may not let us repeat. That's what I don't know. Okay, listen. I'm going to say goodnight with one interesting little song. Guess it's plain to see that something's coming over me. Once I was fancy free, but now you've captured me. Hear what I'm saying, baby. No question and no maybe. But that is not about to be. I see I'll simply have to suffer the consequences. I let down my defenses. Hear what I'm saying, baby. No question and no maybe. This time I know it's for real. Maybe I should wander away to some exotic island and stay far away as I can from the flame. Sit and gaze into the ocean till I lose it crazy. But that is not about to be. I see I'll simply have to suffer the consequences. I let down my defenses. Hear what I'm saying, baby. No question and no maybe. This time I know it's for real. I can do it better. I guess it's plain to see that something's coming over me. I guess it's plain to see that something's coming over me. No better. It's not infatuation. I'm playing a different key and the words aren't coming because my hands are not telling me where the words are. If I go, I guess it's plain to see that something's coming over me. No better explanation. It's not infatuation. Hear what I'm saying, baby. No question and no maybe. Change keys. I guess it's plain to see that something's coming over me. Once I was fancy free, but now you've captured me. What is this thing about you? Why can't I live without you? I wonder if I shouldn't try to just forget about you. Forget it. Me oh my, I've got myself a problem. Yes, indeed, I absolutely do. Me oh my, I've got myself a problem, and my problem is you. Don't you know I never saw it coming when this feeling snuck up from behind me? Oh my, I've got myself a problem. I must have been blind. You and I were taking it so easy. We were gonna be good friends. Walking, talking nice and light and breezy, but that's not where the story ends. 'Cause now you see, I can't stop thinking about you. Won't somebody tell me what to do? Me, oh my, I've got myself a problem. Problem is you. You and I were taking it so easy. We were going to be good friends. Walking, talking nice and breezy, but that's not where the story ends. 'Cause now you see, I can't stop thinking about you. Won't somebody tell me what to do? Me, oh my, I've got myself a problem, and my problem is you, yes. And my problem is you, yes. And my problem is you, yes. And my problem is you. Oh dear, so much practice, so much to think about. Changing keys on every song, and suddenly your hands don't tell you what the words are. Listen, folks, it's great to see you. A perfect idea for sure. Thank you, Michelle. Sounds so nice to see your family. Yes, it will be. It will be tomorrow, right? Looking forward to it. You're really getting your soul like solid as heck. You don't need no help at all. I don't need nothing. I don't need nobody. I need everybody. So I run over. I put an ice cube in a plastic sandwich bag and cooled the phone down, and it did. That's a very good idea. Put a plastic bag, but mine's on a tripod, and I wouldn't. And I need to use this, and so I just turn the air conditioner on. Okay. Thank you. Listen, kids, everybody, thank you very much for joining us. See you tomorrow. Sleep tight. Everybody, speak to you tomorrow. Same time, same station. Bye-bye.